Right. Yeah, I got a busy day ahead of me, man. I got a busy day ahead of me. Woke up early today. Boom. Eating, da da da, breakfast. I've been cooking breakfast and going on live quickly. Because I haven't really been going on live a lot. I've jumped in other people's boxes, but as far as me starting my own lives, it's chilled for me. I was going to chill off this as well, but people didn't let me. Now, obviously, you don't know the little, I don't know what I could call it, but whatever the issue was with me and Bounce. But obviously, it's not that deep to me. Why for that? You know what I'm saying? So I'll still like cover or react to some of the things. And sometimes, to be honest, yeah, he does sometimes have the better breakdowns in my opinion. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I get in that. Anyway, bad things been going on in it. The Yay thing, Cabbage Fredo, bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? The Chatty Patty from Up So got mad. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really, and I haven't seen this. I've just like kind of skipped through certain things. But I've watched other things. I watched Tanks One. I watched a couple different ones on it. I don't overly understand the Ye thing. Yeah, I do know he's been getting mad hell, that guy crazy, glitching to the highest. Like he is the top glitcher in this internet world. Like he glitches at a very very high velocity. I ain't gonna lie to you though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so his latest glitch, yeah, probably shaking it. Kim and these stuff in it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gotta get back these summer and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna be back outside a little bit and do too much internet stuff, like go around with a couple of people and you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, so let's see what the boy has to say anyway, man. Sure, so.
Some breaking news. We've just had a statement from Kanye West about Wireless Music Festival. The bosses there are being criticised for booking Kanye because he's made anti-Semitic comments. Well, the rapper's just released a statement saying he wants to address the conversation directly. He says he wants to come to London and put on a show about love, peace and unity. He said he would be grateful for the opportunity to meet members of the Jewish community. He says, I know words aren't enough. I'll have to show change through my actions. If you're open, I'm here. Signed, with love, Ye. Some breaking news.
Now, here's my thing, guys. What I'm going to say to you is, at the moment...
Before that, I saw Lil Bay say something today. I can't bother to dig it out. And you know, if you know me, you know 9 times out of 10 I don't really agree with this woman, innit? But I don't know her personally or like actually have an issue with her. I just don't agree with some of the narratives and how she breaks out certain things. But she said something that I definitely agreed with today, and she was basically talking about how she doesn't agree with some of the stuff that the people are saying that the Jews are guilty of, i.e. the Israel stuff. But she said that she rated something, and this is the same thing I've always rated about the Jews, innit? Say what you want to say about them, yeah. But they as a community, they're the total opposite of us in every good way possible. Do you get what I'm saying? That like they're definitely united. Do you get what I'm saying? That they definitely organized. They definitely stick together, and they get this money. They get this money, and they invest and invest and invest and buy out places and take over. They just move like a force. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be real. If we moved like that, or even a little bit like that, we would fucking be unstoppable. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even if you look at the music industry and you see who a lot of the execs are, and then you see who a lot of the cash cows are, i.e. who's bringing in all the money, then you can just make that that maths like real quick and simple. You know what I mean?
The reason why the promoters, this is wireless promoters, yeah? And you gotta understand, before they're gonna announce something, they're gonna announce something. Obviously, it's more fools for sponsors because they knew you always know who's gonna be on the lineup before the public knows. You get me? But obviously, because of the pressure of the public, the sponsors has done a runner, no problem. You get me? But understand why promoters are speaking and not the CEOs, or if you go into and look into Live Nation's shareholders, you will understand all these institutes and all these these big venture capitalist companies. They own percentages of wireless, and you understand who the actual the founder of wireless, the founder of Live Nation is. You will see that he only owns a small percentage, but you need to understand this, guys, yeah, is we're looking at, if you type in on TikTok right now and you look at Kanye performing, this is what you're going to see.
I heard he built some mad dome or something like that. I don't know if this is his own stadium. You know what? He's batshit crazy, yeah, but he definitely is an innovator, and he's definitely always thinking out of the box and creating mad plays that I don't really see a lot of rappers do. You know what I'm saying?
Now, please, this is probably a capacity of 70 to 100,000 people. Now, who do you think put on this tour right now? Live Nation. Live Nation puts on 95% of musicians' tours. They're in charge of it. They're in charge of all the venues. They might make money from the drinks. They make money from even the car parks. They make money through everything. They make a percentage through everything. And when they put on these tours, guess what? They give the artists their small percentage, whether it's 10, 15, 20%. Just like Vybz Kartel. When Vybz Kartel announced that he was doing this, well, the breadwinner is always Live Nation because the promoter is always putting on the show. And guess what? Where the data comes from? The data comes from Live Nation. The data comes from...
I don't know all of these things he said. I don't know. But I'm quite sure I know what erase the people that own Live Nation are. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta rate that, you can't hate, you know what I'm saying? You can't hate the player, man. You gotta hate the game, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, yeah, bro. Like,
Understand the thought process. They're not gonna back up because they're putting on Wireless Festival. They're putting on a Kanye stadium now. Like, furthermore, just actually look at this. Just forget about the numbers. Look at this. This is a Live Nation show. This is it's a Kanye show, but it's a Live Nation show. Who makes most of the money? Well, Live Nation. They own the IP. You get me? They got everyone's data. But listen to this.
I'm pissed off today. I seen Kanye West in a motherfucking stadium last night with about 70,000 people, and they talking about he on pace to do 100,000 copies first week. The fuck you mean? It was just 70,000 people in LA, and they talk about he on pace to do 100,000 first week. Nigga, you telling me them 70,000 people ain't listened to that album more than once? Play the song more than once? Some ain't right about how these streams is getting calculated, and we gotta figure out what the fuck that is.
But my man's a cold-ass rapper. I forgot his name, but I think he's a cold rapper.
Today, I already exposed the streams when it comes to the business infrastructure of Spotify. Spotify is a B2B business infrastructure. You can never upload your music directly to Spotify. You have to sign up to who? A distribution. So then Spotify gives the distribution the rates. Okay, off every million streams, we're gonna pay you $15,000 per million streams. Now the distribution's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna pay the artist $4,000 per million streams. That's what the industry standards is now. So in Daniel EK's head, it's like, bro, I'm paying amazing. Now the record labels and the The distributions are the real scammers here because they're not paying you what they're meant to be paying you. And the industry standards is that. That's the industry standards. Then that's the industry standards. Everyone's in agreement that you can't change with what's going on with the rates. This is the rates. So when everyone's having riots about Spotify, Daniel EK saying, bro, well, I pay artists good. I am paying artists good. I'm not I'm not gonna be the scapegoat here. You're not gonna blame me. I pay artists good. I'm not gonna tell the labels what's going on and whatnot. I'm not gonna tell you guys what the labels are getting it for, but I pay artists good. Now you look at Live Nations, there's that same thing when I done when we done a tour with Dig That, how the plan is they give us how many dates. We look at the metrics from Spotify and the monthly listeners and where is Dig That's most listeners. Obviously, it's going to be London, Birmingham, Manchester. And then the other areas, whether it's Bristol, this area, Liverpool, this area, then you go look at the venues. Now, who's sourcing all the venues? Well, all the venues are owned by, they're either owned by Live Nation or they've in like a 20-year relationship with Live Nation. So they have priority for everything. And try and know, if you're not going with Live Nation for any of these venues, then you probably won't. You probably get blocked out even to perform at these venues. These venues are not available for anyone. Understand that. But if you look at it and you understand the business side of things, we would get offered this much per show. So it's like, okay, this is your tour. We're gonna pay you 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. 9 times out of 10, all the money that was spent, all the money that they're going to pay us, and this is Live Nation paying us, all the money that Live Nation's going to pay us, we're putting it into production. This is why you look at your favorite artists production on their tours, and either there's a lot of artists that put all their money so they don't make no money from the actual show, they make money from their merch and they put it in the experience of the show. So if you are watching this and you went to a Coldplay show, one of the best shows that I've ever been to. You get me? They put a lot of money into production. They engage with their audience. But if you go to another show and you look at poor production, you know that, okay, cool, these lots taken rest of the production money and just pocketed it. But I just want you to understand, this is why artists get paid a lot of money from festivals, because on the festival, like Krypton Conan, they performed for 45 minutes and headlined one of the big stages and got paid £225,000 for 45 minutes, or $250,000 for 45 minutes. Understand?
That's a good check. We got Krypton Code. That's a good check. I can't lie.
But the reason why they got paid for that, and this is some free game for musicians, and this is why I always talk about having data. How can you be an artist but don't have no emails, numbers, and names? The reason why Krypton Conan got offered $250,000 to perform at Wireless, because they sold out Alexander Palace already. So their ticket value, they've already sold out Alexander Palace. There's most artists, they can't even sell out Brixton Academy or O2 Forum. O2 Forum is 2,500. Brixton Academy is 5,000 capacity. So please just understand when we're looking at all the problems and what's going on with this one and this one and then all of a sudden all these sponsors are withdrawing, bro. The sponsors will feel it more in the future, because let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. What is all the sponsors going to give Wireless? Let's just say it. Let's say 50 mil. All sponsors are going to give Wireless 50 mil. They're going to give Wireless 50 mil worth of sponsors. Let's say 100 mil. Let's say 70 mil. Yeah? Now, if we go look at this and you go breakdown, Live Nation Entertainment has a market cap net worth of 37.21 billion as of April 2026. Its market cap has increased by 29.97%. Now, all these numbers are always less.
30%.
Get me? They're always less. Get me? They're always less. But if you even now start doing breakdowns of what?
30%, yeah. 37 fucking mil, yeah. That's crazy works, you know. That's crazy works. You get what I need you, because that's 3.7 times 3, which is at 674, and then another 3, which is 10. and then number 7, which is like, so you're talking about like 10.7 billion or something like that. Fuck off.
Actually,
That's just what they
type of what
increased.
did Live
Safe.
Nation make in 2025? Just do the breakdown. Look. Let's get this. Let's get this. Look. What did Live Nation make 2025, yeah? Let's get this up. We'll give you a breakdown. Look, Live Nation closed 2025 with a record of 25.2 billion in revenue, up 9.
You see what? Yeah, you watch this shit sometimes, yeah, and you think, the fuck have I been doing in my life? Like, this nigga's cutting that every year, and we was out here doing madnesses just to, like, huh? You get what I'm saying? But yeah, and the girl, what the girl said as well, she was like, oh, how really and truthfully, if we all feel some type of way about how they treating the ninjas, like, even though, Ye's going mad, innit? Like, you're doing hell, you're just going mad. I don't know what you're trying to achieve. I don't know if you're trying to rattle people, rage bait, troll. I don't know. You get what I'm saying to you? But, nevertheless, yeah, she's basically saying that, yeah, the rest of the artists should boycott it if they really feel some type of way about it. And yeah, but yeah, so, yeah, tell me how you feel, what you don't feel about it. But yeah, onto the